as you know, we have built this budget around at least the option for the General Assembly to use some reserves to help sort of fully soften the bottom of where we are. The situation we found ourselves in is, on one hand, we were making some very difficult cuts in a number of programs in education, and primarily in some of the social services for some of the really vulnerable people in mental health and intellectual disabilities and those areas. At the same time, we're sitting on really some very good reserves. We have a lot of money in the bank and a lot of reserves. The economy appears to be coming back somewhat. Obviously in Tennessee, things like the housing market, the automotive market that we're looking at are beginning to come back. So the question we're faced with is just like, how far do you want to, are you willing to at this point say it's raining a little bit and let's use some of these funds to soften some of these more difficult cuts. And so what we've done basically is to have identified the cuts. So if the General Assembly does not want to do it, we have the cuts on the table. But made as a part of this budget over the next 2-year period, taking some money out of reserves to fund these. Basically saying, rather than going all the way down into the valley that we think will come on the other side, maybe just fill it in a little bit at the bottom and soften some of the more difficult cuts. I'll describe that in some more detail tonight, I feel that we are certainly not out of the woods by any stretch of the imagination, but that things are well enough under control, and we have the budget well enough under control at this point that this is a sensible kind of thing. It's up to the